if you've not seen last month's video on the supplies, I'll link that above. But let's get warping this board. That's what we're doing today. So it's really not going to be probably a very long video unless I just start talking and not working, which is what I'm doing right now, but okay. I got a new kitten, by the way. I don't know if any videos with her have aired yet, but this is Stella. Say hi, Stella. And say hi to everybody. No, she's too busy playing with yarn. She likes her new home. There's lots of fun things to play with, like yarn and thread and ribbon. And there's silk here. She's a happy little camper. Anyway, so let's go ahead and get to warping. So I kind of have this set up in my living room. Not very efficiently, but it's there. So I have my coffee table and my warping peg here, and all the dogs, and then up here is where the loom is. So I measured it to where, yeah, I forgot the piano still. So I measured it to where from the warping peg to here is 50 inches. It's actually 51 inches. It'll be fine. So I took my old quarter petticoat, which is the white thing in the background, and I measured how long it is. And it was 31 inches, and I added 8 inches for either side, and that got me like 47, and I decided, you know what, let's just do 50. Makes it really easy. So that's where we're at, and that's where I got that measurement. As discussed last time, we're using the same yarn we discussed, and we have the 15 DPI reed here. But let's go ahead and start warping it. This is, by the way, the first time I've done this. So I'm going to come over here, oops, and tie a knot over here. And we're going to use the whole width of the loom, which is 32 inches. I'm going to do it 3 times, so that should give me about a 90-ish inch petticoat when done. Alright, so I have that done. Go to my first little area here. Grab that. And the kitten is having a field day over here. And I'm going to do, oops, go pull it to my warping peg. Okay. We're going to figure out another place for this yarn. I'll bring my pigeon crate over. As a reminder, I have no idea what I'm doing. This is the first time I've done this. I have all of 5 minutes of YouTube tutorials under my belt. And I skimmed the directions. Might have to put my corset on pretty soon because my back is not going to like all this bending over. This is usually the type of work I would wear a corset for. We'll see, it's going pretty fast. I love how all the animals I've had for years aren't even like concerned at all about this weird thing I have set up in our living room. But the kitten's fascinated. The rest of them are like, oh yeah, you'll get used to this, our human's weird. Alright, now my understanding is we're going to take each one of these threads, and because every other one needs to go through the little eye here. Kitten is having a time of her life. So one of these threads is to go out. Okay. Guess we'll just keep going with that. But at least I can sit down for this part, so I guess it's okay. 8, 9, okay, one more. Stella, don't you get into that. She's figured out that there's a part on the piano that she can move, and she can go inside the piano. But then she can't get out, so trying to discourage that. I have too many threads in my fingers. Which ones doesn't belong? Okay. Alright, so there's 10. Which is really 20 threads because it's 10 sets. Okay. That means I need to straighten all this out. Just pull it fairly tight. And tie them here. That worked-ish. Alright, so I guess we have to keep doing that now.
Not from a Jedi.
There we are, the loom is warped. So it's not great, there are some parts that aren't as tight, but when I prep for weaving, we're going to kind of move it down. It'll be tight, it'll be great. So that's essentially step number 1. We'll start weaving next. So that took a really long time. I think we're going to see how this one goes. If I may, for the next 2 panels, instead of putting them on separate panels, I may make it a super long panel and just cut them. That seems like it's probably going to be easier because it takes so long to warp it. I don't remember that, but I haven't woven anything in like 10 years, so that's probably why I didn't process that. But now I know, so that won't be a problem anymore. So I think next time we're going to warp 2 panels at once. And if I were to do it again, I'd probably warp all 3 at the same time, just, you know, load it on there and just weave in a pattern to make it the panels. So yeah, well, that's done at least. So that's good. But I think we can go ahead and start prepping to weave. See you next month.